So when it comes to kung fu class, or I like the sound of grandmaster, right? Grandmaster can whoop the kung fu master ass anytime. Wow. All right. So when it comes to back then, there was this kid named Simon, and I think that people who go there, he's like really big, and I don't know why he can't lose weight. Anyway, people think by doing push-up, by doing a lot of things, it's the diet, the food that you put in your mouth, that actually you have to lessen it. What my issue is, I got depressions and anxiety, and if I have a hard time, I do love food, so, and it increases. So over time, though, right, you have to look at your timeline. I noticed that skinny people are not fast enough. People think that skinny people they can win over big fat people, but big people can overpower skinny people. But when it come to the kung fu training, people should say philosophy and know how to edge away the fat and cut away the fat. But we weren't taught that. My mistake is that I listened to one of my used to be best friend. He's like, oh, he listened to the story where you gotta eat 6 meals, where bodybuilders eat 6 meals. But I think that the human body can't take that, and you should eat less. For me, work is eat in the morning, and then 12, and then 6, stop eating. That's me. But I'm training my mind to do that now. But the problem is, the food tastes so good. Alright, so when it comes to training, it had to be very effective, but I noticed that most people, even skinny, fit people, hate workout. I actually want to enjoy my workout. I got bored of training back in the day of the handset. We do the repetition over and over. I was there. I mean, it disrupted my mind to learn new culture, new style, way of thinking. But I'm grateful for the Sifu for that. I work in the Kung Fu school a long time ago without being paid, just to clean the Kung Fu school like the old Kung Fu movies. When it comes to this thing, you have to increase the muscle. You have to increase the leg push-up or squat, and do like, how like I admire the old way of doing things like Shaolin Temple, where I used to do that when I was a kid, where I try to practice like Shaolin stuff. Shaolin, they do yoga, technically Kung Fu is yoga, and everything combined. I didn't know it till this year. They do every goddamn thing, parkour and everything. The form, it's up to you when you go into Kung Fu, whether you want to learn it for exercise to better health, but you will be, there's a timeline that you will be off course, and then you will be out of shape, in the shape, out of shape. That's life, because you got stress. It's life. But you either want to become a good fighter, or a handset mechanic, or technician, meaning you practice the form but you don't know how to fight, or you can practice the form and you know how to fight, or you're a fighter but you don't know how to use the beautiful blossom form. People who know how to fight are very skillful. Pick anybody like Donnie Yen, Jackie Chan, and Sammo Hung. Now, people dislike fat people because, I dislike being fat, or because it makes my face look ugly in my body now. As you get older, the body shape is up. But even skinny people hate their body. But when it comes to fighting, you gotta train the old style. In the modern era, I wish that Sifu Taiyim actually taught Kung Fu, like the hardcore style of Shaolin, where they go up the stairs. But when it comes to that, most people hate like a lot of things about workout, train. So I used to call it training, but people call it workout. So, but it's boring. People who work out in the gym is boring. While martial artists, they do cool poses, and then they do like weird bullshit staff form or sword form. While people who pump up iron, like fucking doing this over and over, they hate their life. Trust me. But this is good for a lot of things. So there's different style of. You should program your mind for jeet kune do. I think that when you learn a style or either Wing Chun or Hun Gar or Hun Kun or Hun Fist or Choy Fut, it's a one style system, and most people like promote that system. But if they promote that system, they should learn other system, meaning Jeet Kune Do, a Bruce Lee way of thinking. That means it's like personal development. It's agile, fast. If you incorporate that, because so you can adapt. There's this anime that I like called Kenichi, the strongest disciple, or something, and that he have like a whole bunch of masters, karate master, keppo, was it jujitsu and ninjas, whatever, and he learned all that, and he's flexible. And so when your opponent, the only problem that people, they stuck to form, right? The classical mess, and they try to like fight with the form, but it does work, but it doesn't work at the same time. Pay me $5 or $50 in the PayPal. I'll be making online course for you martial artists and making you better fighter. And so am I. Kung Fu Master. I look up to Wong Fei Hong a lot, and other like Donnie Yen and Jackie Chan. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you guys next time.